Alrighty, hey friends, how are you guys doing? I'm doing alright, but who cares about that? Let's talk about the fact that it's 6 p.m. right now Eastern. That is right, I've been on time every single time except for the one time that my stream broke on Wednesday, so that was unfortunate. But I'm back with the Truth Slayer from Rammy's point of view. This one's gonna be a fun one. I think they're all pretty fun, honestly. I think this is a pretty fun series that I've been doing, so I'm excited to continue doing it. But anyway, this one is especially fun, guys, because we went over a Truth Slayer from an amateur player's point of view. He did pretty well. He made some mistakes, but here we're going over basically the best player in the game's point of view. Maybe a little over the top, but no, I really liked what Ramy did this game, and just I like him as a player, so this is going to be a fun game to go over because I get to compare it to the True Slayer that we talked about a while ago about basically individual performance as well as just overall understanding of the game and what he should be doing for his team. So I don't know, I'm going to have a lot of fun. Before we get into this, I want to say thanks everyone who submitted games. Uh, That's going to make this process a lot easier. I asked for games to be submitted on Monday, and right after that, like it's like, hey guys, I only had 8. Right after that, I think I got like 15 games like submitted. Awesome stuff, guys. I really appreciate it. If I didn't already have this one loaded up, we would have been seeing another one. I'm just saying, guys. Like, thanks a lot for all that. So let's hop into the game. Truth Slayer from Rammy's point of view. This was a scrim against CLG. As you see, his team is Gabriel Falcon and Cloud. His opponents are, well, CLG. They just won the finals tournament. Congrats to them. Unfortunately, Ramy didn't make it through the relegation, so I don't know what's going to go on with him. But anyway, before we get into this game, I forgot to, I have a little pre-speech that I think about. I just think about a couple of topics, but I always leave some out. So before we get into this, I want to get the idea into your guys' head. This is going to be like the topic of today's game is when I was with my team and we would make mistakes. We'd be like, "You know what? They're mistakes. Like they happen, right? They happen in games like, "Oh, I forgot I ran out of ammo, so the guy got a kill on me." Like that doesn't happen normally. Or I missed this jump and because of that they got control. I'm sorry guys, but you know it happens. It happens to the best of us. I started telling my team, no, it fucking doesn't. You know, CLG doesn't make this mistake, right? CLG doesn't like make misjumps or they don't forget to reload. They're just always solid. They don't make these small mistakes, and then they do stuff better than you anyway. So it's kind of a lose-lose. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Instead of CLG though, I'm going to specifically be talking about Ramy. Ramy? Alright, so there's this thing back in the day about Formal. It was like, what would Formal do? Today's gonna be what would Ramy do? Because we're gonna see him like pick up a BR with six and a half bullets or 6.5 shots in it, and he shoots 6 and then switches to his storm rifle and shoots a long range storm rifle instead. Like we'll see him like he might miss a jump or two, but overall like it's super solid. He understands spawns really well. He understands like, oh, I fought this guy pink 2. He dropped to pink 1, went bottom into top mid, and then I saw him, so I don't have to worry about a guy pink 2. There's just so many things that he does that I really want to highlight in this game. Uh, so yeah, let's get going. So first of all, he goes car side. Like I said in the past, I go top middle on this map, so I don't know anything about going car side. So hopefully things go like hopefully I'm able to talk about this well. So anyway, looking at the starting strat, pretty simple. 2 car, 2 pink. Um, tries to fight for car 2, but look at that. Frosty's super good at this game. I don't understand how he gets car 2 before Ramy does, but he's got car 2 control. Now Ramy and Scotty, they both have to back up and give up car 2 control. So he's going to try and help him around the other side of the map. See this guy jump top middle, gets a couple of shots. While he's getting shot on the side, he's shooting this guy top middle, so he knows to move forward. And then just gets caught off guard by a pink guy. But that's just something that you'll see through Rammy's gameplay that you won't see through the other amateur gameplays that I've done, is that he'll instantly react to anything that's affecting him. And because of that, he stays alive a little bit longer or a little bit better than the other players would or might have. And I mean, that's pretty simple, right? Like, oh, he's a better player. Well, I'm going to highlight the reasons he's a better player. So, spawning in the base. Drops down to the basement. Alright. This is actually so much fun to talk about because, alright, I have 40 of you guys in the chat right now. Please, like, give me like a raised hand emote. If you would have fell back in that lift and died, like a pleb, because I mean, I fucking would have. Like, what the hell is this? He just like flawlessly falls back into the basement. And I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I won't make it to the basement. I'm just saying that it's happened to me like more than a decent amount, like more than it probably should have. So again, he's in the top of the base, uses his thrust to try to get away from the guy rushing into his base, and then falls into the back of the lift so that he doesn't land in the lift and then subsequently die because he lifted. Now again, I would have died, like, or not I would have died, I've died too many times in this position. So again, I just really want to highlight Rammy's ability to just like not make these mistakes. And because of his ability to stay alive, he gets the guy weak top middle, and then he gets the lethal kill. Like, simple, right? Ends up going down there. But because of that, he gives his team like the ability to get out of the base. All 4 of his team were in red base. They ended up pushing pink 2. But because he stays alive and force it to be a 4-on-4 instead of a 3-on-4, his team comes out on top. Woo! Go Ramy. Oh yeah, now they have full control, right? Like all of CLG are at car side. That's a really good position. You know, Falcated, he's holding the door. Look at that. There's a guy going red car to red flag. He holds the door. Now, one guy spawned red bubble, and Rammy's fighting the last guy alive. Like, so first of all, Rammyy saves the day by not lifting up, and then second of all, Mike Falcated holds the door so they can't get into red base, and now their CLG are truly fucked, right? Rammyy goes, lethal goes down, and now Rammyy needs to figure out what he wants to do. He decides to let them spawn on blue base. Now this is something that I've contemplated throughout all of my fucking, what is it, 9 months in Halo? Maybe, probably, is it 11 months? No, it came out in November. Yeah, like 9 months in Halo. I always wondered if I should push to blue Eli right here. You see his teammate doing it, but I'm focusing on Rammyy specifically. He ends up pushing blue 2, or pink 2, and lets him spawn on blue 2. I feel like this is the safer play. And you can make plays on blue Eli, but this is definitely a safe play. Alright, so I like this play as well. So he's not just like running down the pink street. He's cutting off an angle to blue 2. He can easily like walk right or jump up onto this ledge right here and stop them from seeing him. But he also is still providing cover for his teammate. So if they run out the pink door and try to kill him in the Eli, he can pop up while the opponent's back is turned. And then also he can still look at the pink attic in case they rush him from there. So great stuff, right? Absolutely no problems with any of the gameplay that he's done so far. Picks up the BR here. So I don't know if he heard Lethal running up the pink street, but here's the position that I'm talking about. Is he knows the timings. He doesn't get caught off guard by trivial stuff like that. He knows that the instant time to like make sure, oh, I've checked car 2, I've also got to check my pink street, and then turns around perfectly. So kills off Lethal, checks pink street right here. Because he doesn't see anyone, and he also doesn't hear anyone, he's focusing his efforts on car side while also keeping an eye on this pink side. So because he hears shots from the base, he wants to try and rush. Don't really agree with it, but it'll work out for him. Alright, so here's a really important factor. He got a kill, his teammate got a kill, and he just heard someone thrust about on the base. I'm guessing he also knows that there's people fighting. So he's in a really good position right here to basically not die as long as he plays this really well. But yeah, because he heard the guy thrust, he knows there's a guy there. That's why he plays it so weird. And look, TJ makes the mistake that I was talking about. Doesn't get top of the base and ends up going down because of it. Or I don't know what he did there. Just a weird mistake. So anchoring the spawns, making sure. This is making sure. This might seem like camping a little bit. He could have pushed out for sure, but this is making sure that his team understands that this is what they have control of for the next like 10 seconds, and this lets them push out simpler. Uh, this is something that I would equate to Chig in the past. I definitely, on this game type, I would consider Rammyy the Chig of Halo. So he plays this really passively at most times. He does get aggressive sometimes, but he plays it really passively. And sets up for his team to do plays. He'll always be the support player that's like behind his teammate or controlling spawns and like looking at certain areas of the map to cut off angles for his teammates, and really appreciate just like not at the individual fights but the way he's moving around the map and looking. So right now he's again he's anchoring spawns for his team, and then he'll be pushing out soon and like cutting off angles in the map instead of just getting into fights. So right here he's trying to cut off the angle of car 2. Unfortunately, Matt's already there. Small thing that I noticed here with Rammyy is that he, like again, this is one of those understanding how to stay alive situations. Here, let me turn down the game sound. I forgot to do that. Oh no! Alright, don't know if it's too loud, but I turned it down anyway. So here's this, like, understanding how to stay alive situation I'm talking about. Is that he'll dodge grenades like this. So he thrusts forward because there's a grenade probably coming into his back. But here's a situation where if he walks up this slide and fights the people car 2, or not even fights, but instead of like jumping up onto this ledge and going car 2, he'll walk up this, like, so he'll jump over the ledge, you know. If he does that, he's gonna go down because he's not even, like, he'd have to jump and thrust to get away, and in the time to do that, he'll just go down. So instead, he clambers up because he's been in this situation a long at a time that you can easily fall and thrust. Just really small things that put these players over the top. Ooh. One more thing. I'm being super like the opposite of petty. I don't know about all of these things that he's doing. They're just really small things that are making him stay alive, like that much better than the like any other player. So here's something that you probably didn't notice is that he understands the timing of when he's gonna get pushed. He might not like fully comprehend it, but you'll see that he gets shot right here. So he gets shot. He's weak. Normally people, you know, they get their shields back, so they won't sprint at all. But he knows that because PJ is right there, he knows the timing that if he walks to the other side of car 1 to try to get his shields back and then push up, he'll end up going down by PJ. So you'll notice he sprints this little bit. He sprints and slides, and as he's getting shot, you'll notice that he's really close to death. I'd say that's 3 carbine shots. If he doesn't sprint and slide there, he ends up going down, or at least gives PJ a chance to kill him. So again, super small stuff that he's doing that is making him stay alive. So his teammates pushed into bubble. This is giving him the confidence to do whatever he wants, and then he loses that confidence. So looking at the bases right now, you'll see that there's at least one guy pink 2, at least one guy in blue, and at least one guy dead. So at max, there's one guy in red. At minimum, there's 0. So let's see how he plays this. Holy shit! Like, this is such a hard concept in Halo. You see none. Alright, so you're car 1. You see none of your team in red. And you're thinking to yourself, man, we're trapped at car. This is going to be a tough game. This is CLG, right? They're not going to make any mistakes. They didn't make a mistake here. This is just good understanding by Rammyy to understand that at most there's one guy in red. He's got a BR, he's got a storm rifle, and he's probably got a teammate. Yeah, he's got a teammate coming into red with him. I've seen so many players just play this way too slow because they're unsure of what they can and can't do. But getting into red here, it's so astronomically good that I I really want to pause. He didn't even shoot a bullet. He didn't do anything. He got control of a base all by himself. But it's just so strong of a play without doing anything. It gives his team so much map control. I've honestly, I just love pointing things out like this. And that's what I'm talking about. He got control of red base. And again, it wouldn't seem like that big of a deal, but because he gets control of red, he's able to put down these shots from different angles that gives his team the superior advantage. And because of that, they get a 3-for-1 trade, and now they're going to take control even more. He's running out of BR ammo, though, so he's going to try and pick up a BR. And then he picks up 15 shots. So look at his ammo right now. He's kind of aware of this. And he's put in this awkward position. You know. But just camps in pink 2. This is always a good option. Knows a guy jumps pink 3. This is an awkward situation. Here's the guy thrust, so he gets into a 1v1 battle and wins. So good trade there from Ramy. Also good play there from CLG to get control of pink 2. But Gabriel and Cloud getting kills. So again, because his team got 2 kills and he got 1, there's a very good chance that pink 2 is open. Again, understanding that he doesn't need to clear out pink 2. He can do whatever he wants. And like, alright, so even let's just love Frosty for a second. What the fuck was that? It was a good play by Frosty. His entire team's dead. He's not gonna hold the control of pink 2 by himself, so he wants to get a trade kill. So let's talk about this Ramy play for a second. So because all of his opponents are dead, he can get control of pink 2. Not all of them, but like he knows where his opponents are. So he picks up a BR. It has like 6 bullets in it, right? I think he has like 6 bullets or 6 shots and 1 bullet. So he's gonna shoot most of his ammo and then pull out a storm rifle. Now I say that I'm making a big deal about this when it doesn't matter at all in this situation, but I'm just saying that in other situations it's going to matter. It's going to get that 1 kill that leads into 5 kills, and I really just want to like emphasize the good things that Rammy's doing this game and explain that this is how you beat the #1 team in the game, right? Like you have to constantly be making these plays or else you're just going to lose. So he shoots all of his bullets except for 1. That 1 bullet doesn't matter, and then he pulls out a storm rifle. And then this is how good CLG is. Frosty makes that play. I just love it. Like, I love it. So right now he's holding the door. #1 thing is to not let them in. #2 thing is to not die. I'd say #1 is more important. But right now he's just holding the base. Doing his best to jump up into Kardik, but because his opponents have control of red base, he's pretty sure that his opponents aren't going to push in from blue card to blue flag. This is something from playing a lot of games that you'll understand that if they have control of one base, they're not going to be pushing in, but if they don't have control of a base, they're going to get desperate and push in. So I like Rammy's understanding to go out pink instead of like really worry about his car side. As I say that. So this is just some team stuff. His team's got 2 guys going over to pink. They don't need a 3rd, so he's just keeping control of his car side. Trying to get an advantage. If he gets an advantage so if he shoots roll 2 to no shields, and then his team gets like 2 kills or something, he can push into the bubble and take the guy out. But it's mostly just like parrying with him. All right, that is his worst mistake this entire game. Is just to be seen by top middle once, like for just a half second too long. That's his worst mistake this game. But anyway, let me talk about the car thing for a second. So again, he's parrying with the guy bubble so that his teammates don't have to worry. So if he's shooting that guy, his teammates know, oh, I hear shots coming from this side. I'm probably not going to get shot from car 2 or their bubble more than I should, you know, because my teammates are fighting. So again, that was the biggest mistake from Ramy this entire game, is that he ends up getting shot from top middle into blue window. Simple stuff, trying to take down lethal. See, look at that. Instant reaction time. He doesn't like get stuck on a lip. He doesn't take too long to thrust out. He sees him, gets shot once, and then thrusts out and doesn't get shot again. Great stuff from Ramy. So his teammates got a kill. This is super important. So he knows that his teammates are going to have ping control here, and he knows that car is going to be a little bit easier. So his teammate does go down, so I take that back. So now you see shots going to car 1. He's in this weird position where he can't really push into them. They can't really push into him. So it's just a little bit of a back and forth. And because his teammates have ping 2 control, they can't go car 2. But he ends up going back for the storm rifle. Ooh. And so that's what I said a while ago, is that the easiest way to improve your stats in a game is to pick up more power weapons, pick up the SMG, the storm rifle, the BR, the carbine a little bit more, and you'll get a couple more kills per game. And Rammyy just leaves car control, goes back for it, because he's not much of use at car side. Like his team wasn't really able to help him, and he wasn't able to control it by himself. So he ends up going back and getting that, and that's going to net him an extra kill most of the time. One of the weird times, Kimmo's coming up. He can't control his base. Don't know if he had to go for it, but obviously it's fucking camo. Just go for it. So, camo fuel would have been a great play, but CLG is always set up to stop it. I like the play. I like jumping into the base. I don't just because you have camo doesn't mean you have to use it as effectively and slowly, methodically as possible. Sometimes you're in a really good position. You need to help your team. I liked it. Not too much to comment about that. Let me watch it again really quick. I think I saw something that you guys might have not have. Alright, so there goes Frosty. So he knows he's not ping 2. Oh, look at that. You guys see that? That's reticule positioning right there. Again, that's something that gives him a small edge over everyone else, is that he's sitting there staring at ping 3 instead of staring somewhere off in the distance where you'll see a lot of amateur players. He's having his reticule right on ping 3, so that the instant he pops out, he's already shooting at him. Again, really small stuff, but that's the theory. That's the theme of this review. Is the really small stuff is what makes Rammyy a great player. So again, didn't matter that time too much, but these are just things to look out for, because over multiple games, you'll notice that they net you that one extra kill or something. Teammate goes down behind him, just to do a sword. Ends up going down. But this is a really close game, 43 to 39. It's going to be fun. So his team goes down. He instantly drops. That's really important because he takes a little bit of damage, but not enough to put him into that position where his opponents charge because they can't lose. Now he's kind of getting into that position, but again, that time he's taking up his opponent's time at pink, so it's whatever. Player stuck in bubble. He knows. Gets shit on, but I'm sure there's some lag or something. Good movement there. His movement was really hard to get a headshot on, and that's why Lethal couldn't. Then his team ends up saving him. So oh, great play here. He's unfortunately his opponent spawns under the base, and so he just gets up to ping 2 for free. But let's look at the map really quick and understand why this is such a great play. So he knows that a lot of his opponents are in the base, right? One of his opponents dies. and one of his opponents were coming off spawn. He was hoping he'd spawn like top blue or some weird spot, or maybe jump up to blue. But he spawns bottom blue and then goes out pink. But doing this can, like, again, secures this entire side of the map for his team. Like, they don't have to be worried about getting shot from window, top, middle, any other weird position. And so again, theoretically, this is a really good play a majority of the time. Unfortunately, again, his opponent spawned basement, went out Eli, going up to pink 2. Lethal is just such a good player. As I say that, Lethal, forgetting about Camo, such a good player. So, Rammyy with Camo Fuel. I like to go ping 3 with Camo Fuel here. Ooh, what do you know? So, because of this, you can get grenaded really easily ping 2. Ping 3, you can just look at car 2, give your teammates callouts, and then also, like, just get easy kills or just, like, do things a lot easier. So, he slowly walks out to check, and then once he sees no one, he makes his way into the base. It's the free kill on Royal 2 with Camo Fuel. And then his, well, teammates just win the game. So, great stuff, right? Oh, fuck. Stop. Alright, no. There's just so much noise. Alright, I'm gonna mute my side. So, anyway, that's it for the RyaNoob review. Let's give a little recap as, basically, what I wanted to do with this video is to compare this game to the other game, where you'll notice that the other guy like didn't hold the door, he didn't control the bases. He pushed into bases and didn't let his opponent spawn there. Ramy pushes up to pink 2 instead of into the bases because 2 of his opponents are in the base, and he's letting them spawn there because he has pink 2 and car 2 control. Just like all the small things that Ramy does. And I just wanted to basically emphasize the idea of you can always make yourself a better player if you just practice the small things. Like, even if the game's unwinnable, if you just get that little bit better because you again, you like practice all the small things that Ramy's doing. You don't miss your jumps, you don't miss your like evade areas, you don't get stuck on little lips. Again, this is just like save those couple of deaths that you saw Ramy saved in these games. And I just really want to like drill it into your guys' heads that you can always improve. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone. If you guys have any questions about this game or the review in general, let me know. I'll answer in the chat. If you guys have any questions in the YouTube comments as well, I'll try to answer those. Don't go into the comments too often on those, but I'll do my best. Should also go look at the other games as well. So again, thanks everyone for watching. Every Monday and Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, I'll be going over games. I still haven't chosen Wednesday's game. I'll do that tomorrow. So if you guys still want to submit your games, make sure to do it today. Now I will be looking over the chat. When was this? This was, I think this was a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago. Please do another review. I'll do a review every Monday and Wednesdays, guys. 6 p.m. Eastern, one game each day. I think that'll it'll make sure that I don't burn out on doing it, and like it's basically sets a schedule for me. And I really like sticking to this schedule. True Slayer does suck. I don't agree. I like True Slayer. I mean, I like all the game types really in this game. So you guys can have your opinions. So in your opinion, True Slayer sucks. In my opinion, I like all the game types. That was really good. Thanks a lot, Bari. Yeah, I feel like I did pretty good this time. Last week's on Monday, I feel like I botched it pretty bad, but it was still a really good game to go over because all the mistakes were obvious. In this game, I got to go over all the good things and highlight the good things that he did, and I feel like that's a much more positive stream. But I've got to do the positives and negatives. Could you ever review one of your games? I believe, yeah, I've got 3 gameplay reviews up from early Halo 5 on my YouTube channel. So if you'd like to go watch that, I believe they're like number 1, 2, and 3 of Halo 5. Yeah. Where can I send my gameplay for you to review? Great question. You can do it on Twitter at RyaNoob or you put them in the YouTube comments. I'll be uploading my YouTube this YouTube video probably in like an hour. Alright, so I'll give like another minute for questions and then I will be calling it a day. Oh, also, if you guys would like to know how to get your gameplay reviewed, if you guys are in YouTube, go to my other YouTube video called the RyaNoob vlog, the RyaNoob review. It'll tell you exactly how to send your games. If you're in the Twitch chat right now, click on this link and watch the video. How can you send a video from the Xbox? No, you have to do it on the computer. I mean, you go like again, follow the instructions in the video. Very simple stuff. It'll tell you exactly how to do it. All right, I believe that does it, everyone. Thanks a lot for watching today. Hope you guys have a good night. Bye, everyone.